Um, yeah, see, I need to fix that. Fix that in code. Ad manager. Wait, what do I like better? That's there, and that's there. That moves over. We kind of don't want it to do. Unless obviously we need to also bring this over to the right. Yeah, but it also has that HP. So what I really need to do is not have the HP there. So that's gonna just move around. You just need to have a label like this. What would it be the most? Probably 3 digits for MP, 4 digits for HP. Anyway, so now we need code and we need to clean this up by adding I mean, in theory, we don't need to add it in here, but we probably shouldn't. So yeah, we can do this. Oh, well, we do need this though, unfortunately. Yeah, I forgot for some reason because you can't cast that to an int to a string. That doesn't work in life. Let's just see what this looks like. Hello. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. I don't consider myself new to coding, but I'm not very familiar. I did get a computer science degree about 8 years ago, and when I graduated, I just got a job in IT, so I deal mostly with databases and other stuff. So I don't do this at my job, so I'm learning this for fun. I enjoy games, and I also enjoy at least attempting to make games. So. I have made a couple Premi games in the past by just doing tutorials and stuff, but usually those ones you just copy the code they give you and you don't really learn, so I'm really trying to have fun with this. Yeah, PL SQL. We deal with Oracle databases, and we use that programming language and writing scripts and stuff like that. So very much not programming in my brain, at least, even though it is. But why does that say 1? That doesn't seem good. Did work. Oh, that removed level from code. Yeah, like I'll need to use it to pull information from a database to make reports for people that need reports. Mostly just for reporting. So it wasn't like web design or anything like that, though I could do web design, but not necessarily needed right now. But I have done a little bit of coding with like C++, Java. I learned Java in college, but I didn't really do anything with it. C language. I tried to make a Sega Genesis game, learned some assembly. It didn't go too well, but it's still fun to learn. Executing SQL on live servers, yeah, I guess depending on your comfort level with it. I mean, I deal with hundreds of thousands of personal records and stuff like that, and you're always like, man, is this report actually doing what it's supposed to be doing? Am I gonna delete someone's records? Be a little Booking systems, yeah. So I work at a college, so we're talking all kinds of information. Booking systems, yeah, that's. I'm like, the way I look at it is C#. I can like make some C# code, but I don't know the ins and outs of it. It's very similar to Java to me, so at least I can do enough to get things done, but it's not going to be like the best way to do it, or it's not definitely not going to be any professional code whatsoever. But I can kind of quick and dirty make things happen if I need to. Did I already go over this? It did. I deal a little bit with Linux server administration too, a little bit. Basically whatever's needed. None of that stuff is fun. It just pays the bills. So I pay the bills, then I come home, and the spare time that I have left, sometimes I either play video games or I try to make them. I'm playing them more than making them. Oh geez, that sounds scary. But they were testing on a live system. Yeah, I can imagine. That stuff's scary. Like the things I could do at my job, it's just could land me in jail. Like I have access to so much stuff. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying that like I would, but like it's super sensitive stuff. Payments. It's crazy. That's why they're always trying to like, you know, steal people's passwords and try to gain access to financial systems and stuff. So people overseas can make a little dime, I guess. But luckily, I'm good at what I do. And cybersecurity is a huge thing, even though they're a little bit lax. But I was gonna get a master's degree in cybersecurity until my job decided that they weren't going to pay me for it. They were supposed to, but then they decided not to, whatever reason. And then they did. So I dropped out thinking I was gonna get paid. Lose $6,000 when they paid me anyway, so it's just too stressful, so I didn't bother with it. I'm just thinking of what I want to do next. A little project here. You wrote a book on how to make money? Well, some people, morality, you know, it's if something you can't live with, or you feel like you're doing something, as they say, icky, you gotta do what's right for you, you know? Let's find. I think I have some sprites in my Google Drive. I'm gonna throw an actual enemy on a screen, not a square, and see if I can get some sort of battle. going or something, some attack thing. Pretty sure Tiny Swords, was this it? Terrain UI, factions, decorations. Terrain, effects, factions. That sounds like enemies. Goblins, troops. TNT? Jeez. Goblins. Troops. Hey, there we go. Let's download this now. Oh, it's like a little goblin barrel. That should be interesting. Yeah, I like the creative process of doing game development. And I don't like to use assets, even if I'm mocking things up. Like, I made all this, like this grass, dirt, the dude, I drew all that. But at the same time, this isn't my game. Like, I'm not making a game right now. I'm just learning the basics so that I can eventually make a better game. Unreal Engine, yeah, I've actually tried learning that a couple years ago on my off time, and I got pretty far. But again, some of the tutorials, they hold your hands so much that it is really hard to actually commit any of that stuff to memory. Which is one of the reasons why I'm kind of just like going, and then if I get stuck, I'll try to look something up. And this way I'm more involved in the process, where I'm just not like watching a video where someone's like, hey, today we're gonna make a Mario game. Here's all the code to it, here's the sprites, and this is where you drag and drop it. That's not what I want to do. Alright, so we need to drop this. We're gonna put this over in sprites. Then we got this guy, kind of cool. Probably gonna be all jacked up looking. Rope? Rock? I don't think I've ever heard of that. I've tried making games in SFML, just straight up C++ code and libraries. They're okay. That's like, what's hard about that is you actually have to hard code all your stuff. It's just so much you have to do. Between putting sprites on the screen and doing a lot of math, it's really difficult. Oh, it's an AI? Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard of that. But Unity's always been kind of nice because it's a mixture of both. You technically don't even really need to code anything. You can just drag and drop everything and just use all stuff, you know. But then you more control with scripts and things. And I think half the time there's probably stuff in here I'm like reinventing the wheel most of the time. So I should probably, but you know, it's a long process trying to learn this stuff. I did make an enemy sorting layer. He's awfully small because he's at probably at 100. Where is sprite render? Oh, I gotta do it in actual sprite. Packages. We don't want that. Sprites, and then Spectre. So that stuff's probably gonna be a problem too, but that's okay. We want point filter, no compression. Let's try 32. Yeah, Unreal Engine is actually really cool for like 3D games and stuff like that. But you also fall into that, like, now you have to learn how to make landscape in 3D. You have to do all that stuff. So it's a lot of design elements into it. So like if you're good at coding but you're not good at designing, then it can become very cumbersome to try to make something that actually feels like, you know, like an okay experience. Or just like navigating the screens could be a real pain. But I did actually enjoy the little bit I've learned about Unreal Engine. This was like 2-3 years ago, or maybe even more. Could be longer than that actually. What kind of sprites do we got? We just have like, he just bounces up and down, it looks like. There's his shadow. I don't know what that stuff is. Oh, like he's exploding. I don't know what these sprites are supposed to be doing. He's like wide there for some reason. I think that's just a jump animation. And then he goes back in. I think I just picked a terrible enemy. Oh, you know what? I know exactly what happened. This happened to my sprites. They're out of order. Safari? Yeah, I mean, we play a lot of games. I have 4 kids. They're all young. We play a lot of games, and they know that I like to program and stuff. They're very familiar with what I do. And it's always funny that, like, when they go to play a game, it shows, like, either Unreal Engine or Unity. And I'm like, hey, look, I can make that game if I want to. And the thing is, like, I've tried to show, like, get them into it. They're too lazy. They don't want to learn. I don't blame them. Oh yeah, so what we need to do, this is the weird thing. I don't know if this is a Unity 6 thing, but it tries to splice. It tries to splice these things, and it puts them out of order for some reason. So yeah, that looks like it's static, and that's the jump. Then this must be, I don't even know what the hell it's doing there. I can't figure out what the sprite is doing. But what we really want to do is we want to not do automatic. Go by grid size and just figure out what the hell is it. 16. It looks like 256. Or 256? No, that's too much. 64 by 64. No. Looks like that's kind of how they got it split up. So let's slice it. One, two, three, four, five, six. So firing. All right, I'll make note of that. My kids are really smart, and they like video games, and they're into it. Oh yeah, that's interesting. I like the graphics. It's very Pixar-like, or like like typical animal style Pixar movies, which they do enjoy. See what this looks like. Oh no, we have to actually create. To begin animating Blue Barrel 0, create an animator and animation clip. We call this. Pretty sure I have an animation. Yeah, I do. Anime. I mean, it's really only going to have an idle animation, and then it's going to be moving around. So that would be like it wakes up and then it chases you, I guess. So maybe that's not good. Yeah, I picked a terrible sprite. Yeah, I think in the past, I mean, that was like the overhead on those larger engines. They used to take so long to like recompile and fix anything that I think it's so much better. I think everything's so much more lightweight now than it used to be 10 years ago. Yeah, I picked this stupid enemy. So this is what we're gonna do. Just pick this. This. Two. Three. Okay, so we don't want that last one. Maybe we do. There. Good enough. Is he gonna fall through? He doesn't have a... Player walk down. Player walk left. Idle. Walk down. Walk left. This whole animator is messed up. It's not really working right. I think I'm supposed to have something come back. So I guess I'm not gonna worry about that. Hours or days to render? Yeah, that's a freaking nightmare. Especially when you're being paid to develop, or you got a project due, and you're trying to get it finished up. It's crazy. Create. Is it project settings? No, it's not project settings. Preferences? No, it's not preferences. Project settings, preferences. This is the part I always get confused when I'm trying to find properties. No. Window. Build profiles. I thought it was project settings. It's not. I'm trying to make a title spring thing. Create scene, alternatively go to assets, script, adding, I don't need any of that. It's not what I wanted. Create scene, keep command, how do I add character? Jeez. Scene manager, sound manager. I could do the sound manager. Scene manager. Make public. Scene manager. Yeah, they need to include these scenes in your build settings. Okay, build settings. Where the hell are they? That's what I'm looking for. Build profiles? Yeah, build profiles. Okay, so I guess they changed the name. So we want title screen in here. Open scene lists. We're gonna try to keep this simple. Title screen. We're gonna need to use a UI. Panel. Campus. Panel. Oh, yeah, we don't want that. I did it again. We want UI, canvas. We want UI, text. UI button text match. All right, so from here, I guess we need a new script that we can call the event. But I do have a thing I can use, I think. Game manager, scene controller. Put that out there. Scene. I need like an active listener, I think. Now we're getting fancy. UI button. Add to Unity. Scene management. Yeah, we got that. Drag the newly created script on a canvas. Select the button. Oh, if I drag the script. Okay. Let's see. Oh, but that's the script. Yeah, we don't really want to do that, do we? Let's see. Oh, there we go. I don't know if this is gonna work. I feel like this isn't right, but maybe it will. Load scene, we're gonna say level 1. Almost like I know what I'm doing. Except, something ain't right. Okay. All right. So I think, let me get my notes. I gotta do some research. Where are we? Smoothing, following, we got that. Zoom in events on triggers. We don't have that. Restrict movement based on map. Restrict camera movement, we have that. Title screen, theory, we have that. We don't have in-game menus. Audio, we don't have yet. Sprites, we got all this. Okay. Too worried about that part. We don't have this. So I gotta figure out a battle animations, battle system of some sort with a sword and magic, super basic. Automated scene, move player, yeah, for like dialogue system, that stuff. It's gonna come later. Mission system potentially. That's just what I've been doing. Yes. All right. I think that's going to do it for me tonight on the programming side of things. I think I'm going to go on my alternate channel, Golden Ogre Games, and do some live streaming of some retro games for a little bit before I go to bed tonight. What I'm going to be doing is some reading offline later to work on some of these things. I'm probably going to start a new project. This project was literally just to learn these basic bullet points, and I've got a good handle of most of this. So hopefully with the next thing that I do, I'll be able to add more to my toolbox, as I should say. But I still got a lot to go though. There's still some interesting things I gotta work out, like music, scene manager, music, audio managers, stuff like that. And I may go to a more 2.5D style game and not a pixel game, but that's going to require me to find assets or maybe some sort of free to use thing from the asset store to go that route. So anyway, that's going to do it. Hope it was enjoyable. I'll be sure to follow. I'm streaming on YouTube as well, getting that YouTube started up fresh, but I will be ending and moving on to my other channel. So with that said, have a great night. I'll catch you later.